will begin tonight in the nation's capital, where an FCT High Court sitting in Maitama has struck out the bail application filed by the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. In the ruling, Justice Marianne Aneni held that the application filed by Mr. Bello was premature and incompetent. Senior reporter Celestine Area reports.
Justice Aneni held that at the time the bail application was filed by Mr. Bello, he had not been arrested or detained. She says the jurisdiction of the court was invoked too early by the defendant. Mr. Bello had filed an application for his bail on 22nd November, but was arrested on 26th November and arraigned on 27th November. She ruled that a bail application can only be filed when the defendant has been arrested or detained, not before. This is in line with Section 158 of ACJA. Also, a bail application can be made before an arraignment, provided the defendant has been arrested or detained. Hence the refusal for bail. The court ruled that the former governor be remanded in Kuje Correctional Center till 29th January 2025. On the bail application of the second defendant, who is the Director General of the Kogi State Government House, the court held they had already been granted administrative bail by the EFCC, and it would be in the interest of justice to grant bail to the second defendant, Umar Oricha. Although Mr. Oricha has filed his bail application on 25th November and arraigned on 27th November, the court says, given Section 158 of ACJA, that he has fulfilled the conditions necessary for the court to exercise its discretion. Having been arrested on 5th August by the EFCC, where he was interviewed and granted administrative bail, he is entitled to bail. Bail was granted in the sum of 300 million naira, with two sureties in like sum. One surety must have a property in Maitama district of Abuja worth the bail bond. The second defendant will have to deposit his travel documents with the court and not travel outside the country without the permission of the court. The sureties must swear to an affidavit of means and deposit 2 passport photographs with the court. The original title documents of the property will be deposited with the court after the court has verified the said property. The defendant needs to remain in Kuje Correctional Center pending the perfection of his bail conditions. For the third defendant, Abdusalami Hudu, the permanent secretary of Ministry of Solid Minerals, Kogi State, the court granted him bail on same terms as that of the second defendant. Yahaya Bello is to appear before Justice Emeka Waite of the Federal High Court, Abuja, on 13th December. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
Now, for more updates, a legal practitioner, Ndako Tanko, joins me on the news via Zoom. Good to have you join us.
Good evening. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure joining the program.
The denial of bail for the former governor is basically on procedural irregularities. Explain that to us, and then what is the proper procedure? Mr. Tanko, can you hear me?
Please, can you take that again? I cannot hear you very well.
I was saying that the reason the court denied bail to the former governor was basically at the time when he filed, is about the timing of when he filed his bail application. I was saying that, explain that to us, and then what is the proper procedure for filing bail application?
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure joining this program. You see, the issue of trial, even though we will not go into the legality of it because it's a matter that is pending before the court, but a ruling had already been delivered in respect of the bail application. And looking at the reason given by the court is to the effect that the bail application in itself was filed before the charge in itself came to the court. That is, before the charge was filed before the court. In essence, the bail application was filed some days, or maybe, let's say, some days or a week before the charge was really filed before the court. And the court sees that as, you know, when there is no proper charge before it, you cannot file a bail. Well, this is the reasoning of the court. And Like I said, it's a matter that is before the court. It is not for us to see, to determine, to now say whether the reasoning is wrong or not, because it's a matter that is still ongoing. But the proper thing to do is that where a person is charged with any offense before any court, that person is entitled to file a bail application. But the issue of either filing before the charge is filed or when the charge is filed before the application is filed is what the court now looked at. But, you know, the court is, the High Court is a court that is constituted, you know, by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the bail application in itself centers on the constitutional right of the defendant that is being brought before the court. So, and the refusal of the bail, there is equally an apex court that can determine that, because at this stage, where the offense has not been proved against the former governor, the bail in itself, he's being considered at this time of the bail application as being innocent, which is a constitutional provision
but
as well.
Mr. Tanko, if I may quickly come in, what are his chances then? Because he, from what we understand, he can file another bail application, but the court is the court is going on Christmas vacation by next week. We also know that there can be a vacation judge. So in all of this, what are his chances?
Yes, you see, the court did not foreclose the fact that he cannot file another application, because what the court, by the ruling of the court, it gives him another time, another opportunity to refile, so that it will now be determined on the merit. But like you said, the fear is the court will soon go on vacation, and this Christmas break is coming up, the New Year break is coming up. Maybe we're anticipating before the court will resume will be either 6th or let's say 5th of January year 2025. And it is in this regard we are looking at it that if an application is being filed now before the same court, and the court can take it before, let's say, maybe 17 or 18, and at the same time ruling can be delivered, the chances of granting him bail is very, very manifest, and it's on the high side, even though we don't want to go into that because it is the court that will determine, but he has the chances of refiling, and then the court can as well determine that on the merit. Since the complaint the court gave now is to the effect that the bail application was filed before the charge was being brought before it.
Thank you so much for your time. We'll follow the development and continue to bring updates. Legal practitioner, Mr. Ndako Tanko, thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.